cek cek cek. 1 2, let's go. Ya kan? Oke. Hello everybody, welcome to Valkrieee. Kembali lagi dengan game Hogwarts Legacy, dimana kita bukan kita, buat kalian yang seneng sama Harry Potter ya, mungkin ini buat untuk fanbase Harry Potter aja. Dan gue sebenarnya dibilang suka-suka, nggak ada tapinya. Ya udah langsung aja lah. Yang lama nih belum ada streaming. Let's go, kita streaming hari ini. Kita sih, gue ngelanjutin progress ya. Tadi kan gue ada dua savans, 2 load ya. Di situ yang pertama sebelumnya gue pakai karakternya emang usernya cewek, yang ini cowok. Kenapa gue lebih seneng yang cowok kayaknya. Dan gue juga udah farming duit, farming ya aksesoris jatuhnya. Kita langsung aja. Jadi kita, biar gue tahu sih nextnya ini questnya mau kemana gitu. Karena di sini dikasih tahu kalau kita tuh bisa jadi bad guy, bukan bad guy sih dari segi sihirnya ya. Jadi yang jahat atau baik gitu, menjahat atau membaik gitu ya kan. Sepi juga nih, udah malam ya. Ini harusnya tidur sih, tidur dulu aja kali ya. Di sana aja deh wait nih. Kita bisa waiting di tempat quest. Mari kita searching.
Rebellion.
Oh, ada ini tinggalan 1 Ravenclaw. Jadi ini game memang menjawab untuk fanbase-nya Harry Potter. Karena lu pengen explore, bermain, bisa Penyihir. Kalau mungkin dulu game di PS2 kan kita terlalu diarahkan untuk menjadi seorang Harry Potter ya. Kalau di sini kita menjadi usernya kita. Penasaran, gue pengen dapat ini, tahu apa namanya? Mantra Avocadabra, ya kan? Instantly dead. Itu kayak sihir di dunia nyata. Kalian tahu nggak sih di dunia nyata itu ada sihir juga kan? Yang bisa instantly dead gitu. Tapi itu nanti ya, kita belum dapat soalnya. Anjing sepi. Ruangan sebesar ini. Bentar, loading. Nah,
Rebellion.
nggak ada sampai lanjut. Ada nih 1. Ini nyari kupu-kupu.
Lumos.
Gimana tuh? Ada pameran. Biasanya deket-deket sini nih.
Rebellion.
Deket pameran. Jadi ini per pintu ya. Transisi dari game Harry Potter. Jadi untuk next ke map baru gitu, kita ada di pintunya. Augure kan? Siapa nih? Augure.
Rebellion.
Nanti aja lah ya. Terlalu banyak Di sini nih. Ini kan kameranya tuh di sini nih. Pintu. Karun. Ini tempat seremoni bikin poison kah? Bikin poison bukan, bikin apa namanya? Potion lagi.
Revelio.
Potion. Oh ini dia nih, ini pamerannya nih.
Lumos.
Coba kita start dulu deh. Tapi tadi itu ke bawah ya. Terus. Oh. Jadi clever. Dapat tuh hantu pasti. Apa dikejar sama bininya dia? Ini lah. Ini ada Martin.
Revelio.
Gue belum punya mantranya tuh. Kita harus ngelanjutin apa namanya di questnya tuh supaya dapetin mantra baru. Ini apa tuh? Gagang baru kah? Ya, jadi lebih manly. Tadi ungu sama pink ya kalau nggak salah. Buat dapet kemarin itu. Iya pink. Kerenan ini sih modelnya. Ini lah. Biar cutie. Mana misi?
Revelio.
The note, Professor P. As if my schedule was not constant enough, the ministry has charged me with arranging the rather inconvenient arrival of the new student at Hogwarts. The 50th year, if you can believe, Professor Weasley insists that they will need escort and mentor to help acclimate this before term begins. I have assigned two tasks to you. Please see Professor Weasley for detail. Dari Profesor Nicholas Black Master. Oh dari ini ya. Si siapa namanya? Kepala sekolah. Mana nih? Masuk sini kah? Ini bentar, kita searching dulu. Mayan lu nongkrong ngomongin profesor. Nah
Professor, I'm glad to see you.
And I you. Thank Merlin you're in one piece. I heard about the attack.
Kita kemarin tuh sebelumnya
the trolls were wearing armor.
Trolls.
It had that dark glow like the dragon collar.
Goblin silver.
Yes.
Ranrock used it to control the dragon. But how? And why send trolls too?
They were there because of me. I overheard Ranrock talking with Victor Rookwood.
Ranrock was in Hogsmeade with Rookwood.
The trolls were Ranrock's distraction so that Rookwood could get to me. And he would
Itu
have
karena
had
dicari
Serona and the
sama
patrons
Ranrock
of the
ya.
Three Broomsticks not
Terus dia
intervened.
nyuruh Ranrock
This is
untuk
brave news
dapetin
indeed.
kita, nangkep kita.
If Ranrock's goblins and dark wizards are after you, they want what we found in that
Berarti
vault.
Ranrocknya termasuk Dark Wizard.
Speaking of the vault, do you think that Ranrock is working with any of the goblins at Gringotts?
I do not. Gringotts goblins
Yeah.
aren't typically the friendliest of beings, but they have a great deal of integrity. No, I dare say after what happened to that poor banker, the goblins at Gringotts are no followers of Ranrock.
They're after the locket. You said you discovered something in it.
Yes.
Yes.
I
Yes.
discovered an inscription. When I read it aloud, this map appeared. Clever enchantment. It's a
ini.
map of Hogwarts, to be sure,
Oh, ini map
but I do
yang
not
ada
know where it
dipakai sama Harry ya.
leads.
It
Ada-
leads to the library. A
Gelombang
restricted section, to be precise. And a bit beyond. I see traces of magic there on the map.
bulir-bulir.
I suspected you would see something.
Shall we go?
I appreciate your enthusiasm, and I'm eager to discover what we may find there as well. But if our experience at Gringotts, let alone what happened to Miriam, taught me anything, it's that the path we're on is terribly dangerous. I'd like you to work with Professor Hecat a bit before we continue.
But sir, how dangerous could the library be? Perhaps we're only after a book.
Perhaps we are only after a book, but we should be prepared for anything. Once you've honed your defensive magic further, come and see me. I'll let Professor Hecat know to expect you.
Profesor Hecat. Oke, kita disuruh ke Profesor Hecat. Lock the secret dulu, berarti ini belajar lockpick nih. Kayaknya ya. Ada secret door. Oh, ke bawah. Report to Professor. Tergampang. Kayaknya ini misinya juga nggak terlalu besar-besar banget sih, maksudnya nggak terlalu panjang harusnya. Emang side story-nya lumayan banyak.
I'm here about the new spell you wanted to teach me, Professor.
Good. Professor Fig indicated a certain urgency to you completing
spell
your
apa nih?
defensive magic assignments.
Defensive
As such,
magic.
you are to learn Incendio, the
Incendio.
fire-making
Wah,
spell,
anjir.
handy
Itu
for
api,
lighting
bro.
torches, burning away spider webs, and, when necessary, defending against those who would wish to do us harm.
Sounds versatile.
Quite. But before we get started, I'd like you to complete a few tasks.
Jadi
You
pengguna
may be
api jadi kan?
surprised by some of them. Astonishing how much students don't think their professors know. When you're finished, come and see me. Then we shall begin working on Incendio.
Nah ini nih
You know
sebenarnya
where to
bikin lama
find me
tuh
once you've
ada
finished.
tasking, mini tasking. Tasks.
Seems crossed wands isn't as secret as it's
wand.
believed to be.
Win. Oke, kita harus menang cross one. Complete cross one nih battle. Kayak kita battle sama murid lain. Oke. Apa lanjut? Kita battle. Battle. Itu keributan. Kita jadi bad magician aja lah. Bosan jadi orang baik terus ya kan.
Revelio.
Samping nggak? Ini kemarin udah explore. Iya udah di explore sini. Kemana dia?
Ready for another round?
I think so. We shall see who shows up.
There's no one in the school I'd be afraid to duel.
Mayus.
I know, Sebastian.
Okay.
I know.
Hello, Lucan. Is the next round of crossed wands all set?
Why,
Ini
yes it is.
by
I've
the
got a
way,
great match lined
mau
up.
main di hard
Ready
sini.
for another round?
Jadi,
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Brilliant. Are you dueling with a partner?
sama siapa ya? Sebastian kemarin itu sama Sebastian sih, sama
Yes,
online.
Natty.
Then let's get to it.
Online.
Ready to get thrashed? Apologies in advance.
Ini bertiga. Kintul.
Levioso.
Aduh,
Leviosa.
Stupid one.
Accio.
eh,
Lumos.
sabar.
Act like a winner.
Sabar. Ini udah bisa di restart dulu ya.
Protego.
Alah. Lawannya langsung 3 cok.
Oof. Glad I didn't bet on you that round. Care to go again?
Yes.
I'll give it another go.
Glad to hear it.
Ya apa ya tadi dibilang? Oh, kalau yang ungu tuh pakai aksio ya. Aduh,
Levioso.
au.
There goes my man. Protego.
Stupid one. Stupid one.
Mampus. Aduh, klap. Apa nih?
Accio. Lumos. Protego. Stupid one.
Don't shy away now.
Accio.
Mampus. Itu dong. Pemanasan.
Bravo.
I gave it my all.
You did indeed. The other duelists have already taken notice of you, but after that last round, they'll really have it in for you. You'd better keep practicing if you want a chance at winning, or at least surviving the next round. I'll let you know when we're ready. Hope to see you then. The next round is for all the gobstones, so to speak.
Gobstone. One. Bisa nggak ngobrol lagi?
Hello, Lucan. May I use the training dummy?
Of course. I'll fetch it and give you a list of combinations to practice. Ready to have a try now?
Actually, I might come back later.
Suit yourself. I'll be around when you're ready.
Quick Lucan kita iya bener.
Hello, Lucan. I'm ready for practice.
Glad you're keeping at it. Ready to have a try now?
Yes,
That
can.
would be wonderful.
Be sure to cast all your spells before the dummy lands. If you need to stop practicing before you finish all of them, let me know.
Accio.
Oke.
Nicely done.
Levioso.
Nice.
That's it.
Levioso.
Accio.
Anjay.
Good one.
Oke juga nih.
I'd say that's enough practice. You looked good out there.
Thank you, Lucan.
I say better to discover one's weaknesses during practice than during a duel. You'll be a fearsome challenger now.
Assignment's all finished.
Oke, nanti kita balik ke tempat Profesor Peter tadi ya. Kirain ada something. Yuk langsung belajar apa tadi? Mantra api ya. Insernato, Inserdio, lupa. Apa namanya? Lalala. Taryono. Ini bisa ngobrol tapi gimana ya? Harus lanjut misi dulu kak biar kebuka.
I trust Mr. Brattleby was able to accommodate.
I finished all of the tasks you gave me, Professor Hecat.
Glad to hear it.
Yeah.
Then you should be ready to learn Incendio.
Should be, Professor.
Yes. I'm sorry to say, I visited enough careless colleagues at St. Mungo's to assure you that fire is a fickle servant. Your spellcasting has impressed me thus far, but please maintain focus. I would rather we not end today's lesson with your robes aflame. Let us begin. And remember, focus on the proper wand movement.
Okay.
Concentrate and keep your wand steady.
It's
Good work.
kita pakai ini. Listen to the professor.
Incendio.
Wih. Incendio is heavy damage spell unleash destructive flame at the short range. Oh,
Getting it. Keep at it. And do try not to incinerate yourself.
Incendio.
Excellent defensive skills.
oh berarti gini nih efeknya. Soalnya kalau tidak spell
Leviosa.
kan naik.
Accio. Incendio.
Setting things
Mantap.
ablaze is certainly cathartic, isn't it?
Nice combo. Oh. Ngopi dulu. Ngopi. Mana dari Profesor Vic?
Ah, there you are.
Hello, sir. You'll be pleased to know that I worked on my defensive magic with Professor Hecat.
So I hear. She tells me you've taken rather well to your new wand. You must continue to work with her and your other professors to improve your skills. That said, I don't wish to postpone our visit to the library any longer. So, shall we proceed?
Fig, I have work for you. Come.
Headmaster, I'm with a student and my schedule
Your
is...
schedule will wait indefinitely, as will your student. I would think that after all the trouble you caused me with Osric, you'd be eager to make amends. My office, 5 minutes.
Nih kepala sekolahnya lebih ngeselin ya.
That man is exasperating. Unfortunately, our trip to the restricted section will have to wait a bit longer.
But, Professor...
We have no choice. It would be unwise to provoke our illustrious headmaster further. I shall find you when I've completed whatever toils I must endure.
Oh, di sini kita juga bisa belajar tes spell baru tuh dari kita nyelesain side mission.
Revelio. Incendio.
Oh, bisa apa? Profesor di classroom.
Sebastian mentioned sneaking into the restricted section. Perhaps he'll have an idea.
Sebastian. Ngobrol sama Sebastian. Oh, ini Sebastian. Swallow.
There you are. I was hoping to see you. I was in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack and saw what happened with Rookwood and Harlow.
Not many students have Victor Rookwood's attention. What was that all about?
I've never even met him. Perhaps he mistook me for another student.
Kita nge-keep
If you say so. I won't press you now, but you will have
jangan
to tell me
terlalu
what's
ini
going
kan,
on
soalnya
assignment. You might
emang
need me.
poinnya tuh
So,
kita
why were you
sama
looking
profesor
for me?
kita aja yang
I need to
tahu.
find something for Professor Fig, but it's in the restricted section of the library.
he can't get it himself?
He was called away by Black at the last moment. I suppose I could wait to get a note from him, but...
You want to show some initiative.
Precisely.
Initiative.
You mentioned being clever enough not to get caught in the restricted section.
And I am. Meet me outside the library tonight. And tell no one.
What will happen if we're caught in the restricted section?
Detention, no doubt. But a word of caution or two will help. For one, avoid Peeves, the poltergeist. Aside from wanton destruction of property, he loves nothing more than telling on the likes of us.
Oke,
Thank you, Sebastian.
disuruh
I'll meet you
nyalakin
later.
ini ya, berapa setan. Setan. Oh, ini udah dapet juga nih. Kemarin kita keliling,
See there?
lu
That's
main
the door we
kemarin
need to
nggak
reach.
main kemana-mana tuh gak ada
And
penjaga
those
gitu.
annoying prefects would love nothing more than to rat on us to Scribner. So don't let them see us. Understood?
I can be sneaky. Let's go.
Hold on now. There's a spell you should know. The Disillusionment Charm. Good for getting places you're not supposed to be. Cast it and you'll appear as little more than a trick of the light. Just as long as you keep your distance and stay quiet.
You mean I'll actually be able to turn invisible?
Something like that. It's not as foolproof as a cloak, but those are expensive. And spells are free. Give it a try.
Give it a try. Illusion. Oke. Ini. Rumos kan dulu.
Silent as a grave.
Sneak into the library. Bisa dicopet nggak?
Blast. The librarian's still here. Quick, behind the bookcase.
Guys.
You told me the librarian would be gone by now.
I said usually, but it'll still be all right. Do you see her desk behind me? The key is in the drawer of that desk. Now, here's what we're going to do. I'll create a distraction to draw her away. You focus on getting the key. I'll meet you outside of the restricted section.
You distract, I get the key. Understood.
I said I'd get you in, and I always keep my word. Trust me.
Is someone there? Is that you, Peeves?
The key. Here it is.
Putih.
Good gracious, what a mess!
Kalau diambil Tawan gak ya?
Got it. Only 4 more to go.
Oh itu masih ada tuh. Mana dia tadi? Kasih dia buku. Oh ini submission ya? Oke, apa nanti
That
aja.
wasn't so difficult after all. Now to find that book. Revelio.
Oke. Terus.
Oh, that one's charmed to look more useful than it is. It's fooled me twice. Never judge a tome by its cover, I say.
Oke. Oh, buat distraction ya.
Ghost, don't let her see you.
Oke.
Should be in the clear. No need for us to be skulking about.
So what is it you've been looking for?
I'm looking for a cure to help my twin sister, Anne, so that she can return to Hogwarts.
Revelio.
Because Merlin knows everyone else has given up.
Why do you think you'll find a cure in the restricted section? Does the Hogwarts matron have nothing that can help Anne?
No, we've tried everyone from Nurse Blaney to St. Mungo's.
But I can research on my own. No need to concern yourself
Yeah,
with that right
ini
now. Let's focus on what you're after.
yang ada
Which
di
is
ini kan
what, precisely?
video
I'll know it when I see it.
You're being awfully
Video
cryptic.
wah long time no see. Oi, long time no see. Expelliarmus. Halo, thank you for coming. Unfaida channel. ini bisa nih diambil nih. Halo. Yang 500.
Revelio.
Ini belum boleh di refill ya. Ini belum ya, lepas dari mantra sembunyi-sembunyian. Ada something bisa di searching, bisa di looting.
Who have we here?
Wah,
Sebastian Solo and his new little friend. Out exploring where they shouldn't be.
sorry ini gua nggak bisa langsung respon karena
You'll get caught.
monitoringnya di HP,
Peeves,
nggak
don't.
double monitor,
I'm going to
nggak
tell.
bisa ngeliat langsung.
I'm going to tell.
Ada tukang adu ya.
Oh, blasted Peeves! I've got to stop him, or at least get to the librarian with a good excuse for all of this.
Oke.
Wait, I don't want you getting into trouble for me.
I have a way with the faculty when it comes to disciplinary matters. Besides, I like having friends who are in my debt. Now go. Good luck in your search.
Oke.
Now, where has that damned poltergeist got to?
Biarin
Just
si
about to repair this
Sebastian yang
armor.
ngejar ini ya. So kita repair. Mana nih?
Reparo. Revelio.
Nah. Oh ya. Kan tadi ada pintu. Baru. Tadi di atas. Enggak. Kita.
Revelio.
Oh ini dia.
Levioso.
Levioso. Levioso. Apa nih guys? Bagusnya apa nih? Bahas apa nih? Lumayan kita bahas something lah.
Of course, traces of ancient magic.
Wah ini kayak yang di pertama
Must
nih.
be more to this room.
Bentar. Pesan gue nggak enak. Oh ada harta karun. Harta karun dulu lah. Oops. Ada.
That's it.
Request magic. Request main game. Tetapi story dong. Nanti ya. Tetapi story ya. Next. Kita masuk dimensional apa nih? Alam gaib. Ini masuk neraka coy. Neraka. Tartan Sunrise Car. Oke, lumayan ya. Melihat ada warna ungu. Warna legendary. Oh. Turun. Bisa dipakai. Ya, keren juga nih. Style utama sebelum lawan sesuatu tuh style
I
utama.
like this lead.
Nanti boleh deh hitam tampi ya, hitam di story. Pero kah?
Lumos.
Columbus.
Reparo.
Apa nih?
Ah, I need to wake up that rune over there.
Mana? Discover the secret of the chamber. Oh. Oh, sekali aja. Semangat banget anjir. Mukulnya.
Not surprising. Guards at the ready.
Nice. Mati satu. Ulti.
Levioso.
Oh, nggak kelihatan. Sorry. Ay, alat. Oh.
Rebellion.
Gledek, kasih gledek. Mana lagi? Udah. Habis ya poison. Main di hard sih. Apa biar uji nyali kita. Uji nyali. Bentar. Ini dulu.
Accio. Incendio.
Aduh, salah. Astaga. Memang ada juga jalan. Iya nih. Pieto. Oke.
Accio. Incendio.
Parah. Ada jalan.
Rebellion. Accio.
Terlalu kegedean ya. Ntar aja deh. Dua. Yuk. Wih. Hampir aja.
Rebellion.
Hampir jatuh.
This must be the way forward, but to
Mana?
where?
Ini bisa diserang ya.
Nearly there. Best keep my wits about me.
Tembak lagi. Itu ada yang bergerak juga. Oh, susah nih. Nanti deh. Fokusin aja dulu. Halo.
Accio. Incendio. Prodigo. Stupid one.
Nice. Aduh. Emang kayaknya bener tuh ngindar.
Stupid one.
Puter. Emang channel YouTube-nya makin berkembang ya. Semoga oke, thank you nih. Amin. Apa nih kegiatan apa nih sekarang nih? Lancar kan kegiatannya? Kalau tengah-tengah battle langsung ini.
Accio. Incendio. Prodigo. Stupid one. Leviosa.
Oke.
Accio.
Aduh.
Incendio. Accio. Prodigo. Stupid one.
Oke. Nice. Yang kecil-kecil itu ternyata buat ngisi ultinya. Baru tahu.
It is a book after all.
Jadi ini buku yang dicari. Itu yang dicari. Apa ini? Kitab Senggokung kah? Lah. Suruh cuci muka nih. Ini kan masih gitu aja. Masih aman kok. Kalau ya gitu-gitu juga sama aja kok, nggak ada bedanya. Apa nih masa lalunya siapa nih? Gak apa-apa, kalau gitu-gitu aja semoga dilancarkan dengan apapun itu ya. Ini Hufflepuff, Slytherin sama Gryffindor kan? 4 orang master, satu lagi Ravenclaw. Ini pasti jual agama nih. Oh, salah. Sorry. Udah ya. Jadi 4 orang ini buat daratannya jadi subur. Oh ini, kenapa nih bocil ini sedih? Oh ini bocilnya udah besar kan?
You wanted to see me? Headmistress
Isidora
Fitzgerald, Professor Rackham.
Morganach.
Miss Isadora
Morganach.
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 Welcome.
Professor Rookwood, Professor Bakar.
We understand that you are adjusting well to life at Hogwarts.
I am.
I am glad. Especially in light of your unusual situation, starting as a 5th year.
As it happens, I was also admitted to Hogwarts as a 5th year. I've never heard of another like us.
Miss Morganach, when we spoke yesterday after class, you asked about the beautiful swirls you saw years ago when we visited your hamlet.
I recognized you all immediately. I cannot thank you enough for what you did.
We were glad to help.
And yes, I did see swirls of magic everywhere that day. My father insists it was my imagination running wild, but it was certainly real to me.
It was not your imagination.
Percival, Professor Rackham can see them too. But we've never known of another who could.
I don't understand. What are they?
The whispers or traces that appear when a
Ini Percival ini
particular
kalau nggak
form
salah
of ancient
pendiri
magic is wielded.
Slytherin ya.
Ancient
Kenapa
magic?
Gryffindor?
Few are capable of wielding it.
Tanpa
Hogwarts
kar.
itself is a stronghold of ancient magic.
So if I can see traces of ancient magic, does that mean I can wield it too?
With the proper training.
But let us not get ahead of ourselves, Miss Morganach.
Before I can train you to wield such magic, you must first master all that Hogwarts has to offer.
A magic this powerful can do great harm in the
Yang
wrong hands.
is
It must be wielded by a select few. As such, we ask that you not speak to anyone about what we have discussed here today.
apa nih misi rahasia apa?
Sebastian.
Sneaking in the restricted section again! I had thought we were through with this mischief.
Oh,
Clearly detentions are insufficient. I'm afraid I must take this to the headmaster.
But that being said, Peeves informs me that you didn't come alone tonight. If someone has coerced you, I would have you tell me. You're a bright boy. Don't waste this.
There was nobody else. I came alone.
Baik juga nih.
Oh, Sebastian.
Sebastian.
What will your uncle say?
Ini hantu satu nih perlu kita tangkap nih. Tangkap, jual langsung kan. Cepu soalnya. Oke. Tuh. Mana ini kita?
Revelio.
Nggak ada dikasih tahu gitu kita suruh ngapain. Oh, return. Kirain nggak ada. Suruh jalan-jalan kayaknya. Tadi ada tuh, mana lembarannya?
Accio. This must be Cressida's diary. I'd want this back too if I were her.
Oh, oke. Ini tadi yang catatannya si siapa, Cressida diary. Oke. Keluar. Keluar. Ya. Itu ketemu ini masih malam. Keren. Kayaknya udah ini udah selesai sholat subuh kayaknya. Ada penjaga lagi soalnya. Ini cuman penjaganya ada kalau misi pun.
Revelio.
Laporan dulu. Tom's Tribulation. Okay.
You cannot be serious. Goblins working with Rookwood makes no sense.
It is rather unorthodox, to say the least.
Unorthodox? It's inconceivable. It's... Ah, Fig. You have a visitor. I'll see what I can find out.
Bola lampu.
Sir, I was able to search the restricted section while you were with Professor Black. It was a book we were after.
What? That's... Wait. You accessed the restricted section? But how? Thinking on it, perhaps it's best you spare me the details.
Fair enough. In fact, the book was below the restricted section as it appeared on the map.
I want to hear everything. First, let's have a look.
Diambil juga bukunya.
Oh dear. Some of these pages seem to be missing. It appears someone has got to the book before us. Still, I will need time to study what remains. Perhaps we can still salvage something useful, though it may take some time. I wonder why it was here, below Hogwarts.
I think I know, sir. I saw 2 more memories where I found the book.
Another pensive. Godric's heart.
The man we saw before, Percival Rackham, was a professor here. The first memory showed him and 3 other professors using ancient magic to restore a hamlet from a drought.
Miriam was right. And the second memory?
They were talking to a student who started as a 5th year, like I did. She could see traces of magic too.
Why those memories? Perhaps this book will explain. I'll have to take it with me to London.
Iya.
The headmaster has insisted that I speak directly to the minister about George's death.
London.
I understand. I'll see what I can learn about the missing pages while you're gone.
Good. Don't neglect your studies. Your wand work is improving by the day. But you'll want to pay attention in herbology and potions. There's more to magic than spellcasting.
Plenty to keep me occupied while you're gone.
You've done exceptionally well. I look forward to seeing all that you've accomplished when I return.
Kita yang suka battle ya.
Oh, and don't neglect your friends. You may be surprised by how much you can learn from them as well.
Revelio.
Susu. Wah, apa tuh?
Accio.
Meet me in Lower Hogsfield as soon as possible. I would like to talk to you about Rookwood and Harlow, and it might be best to do so outside of the castle.
Oke. Di mana ya? Ini. Iya. Jauh juga. Oke, itu ada dungeon, bandit camp, sama main opportunities like hamlets. Hamlets itu mungkin kampungan.
Professor Fig and Weasley have asked that I teach you an additional defensive spell. Please.
Incendio. Levioso.
See me in my classroom.
Ini cawan api kan? Belum ada spellnya. Also Mesita. Ini Expelliarmus. Oke. Yang dibilang sama siapa tuh tadi? Taksas ya. Oke, Expelliarmus. Boleh nih. Successfully avoid enemy attack by dodge rolling. Oke. Present Sergio 5 kali. Oke. Spell combination practice. Flying, jadi land keys. Oke, ini dulu deh. Belajar tentang obat dulu kita. Penting. Di darah. Mana kelasnya?
What am I missing?
Revelio.
Ini belum nih. Belum diekspor. ini digembok. Digembok.
Good morning, Professor Garlic. How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie. Ah, hello.
Masih kaget
Class,
karena pakai topeng.
please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together.
Ini kita harus bilang terima
How
kasih ke
thrilling it is to have
Sebastian,
everyone
ya kan?
back together again. This year will be filled with
Sebastian
enchantment
Kubo
and
Junior.
excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we?
Kalau setahu gue tuh,
let's
kalau
protect
kita
our ears.
nonton filmnya Harry Potter, ya kan?
Now, everyone,
Tahu gue tuh
rip the
profesor
mandrake by
yang
the tendrils and give it a
khusus
firm
herbal
tug.
biasanya kurang gitu. Ini cakep ya. Enggak. Buset, cakep.
Place your mandrake in the new pot and cut down the soil.
Oh.
The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo! I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone. Now, for our next task, we'll be planting
Revelio.
botany at our potting tables.
I should think Professor Garlic would be more careful with her mandrakes.
Siapa?
I wonder if
Sebastian.
hippogriffs like...
Did you know that you can use the mandrake to defend yourself? Why, the very idea.
Profesor Garlic. Garlic ya, bawang ya. It's root berry. Everything from the berries. I don't hope my darling nest can learn this skill well under your tutelage here. Temora so adores you. Tapi kita nggak bisa ngobrol masih Sebastian.
The best time to plant a seed is last season. The second
I do wonder about Professor Fig. He's hardly ever in his classroom.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
I'll say, nearly went deaf.
Well, yes. Of course, the cry of a mature mandragora can be fatal, so remember to keep those ears protected. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some
Sekian banyak yang mantra,
I already have some,
lu
Professor.
ngeperbaikin
Picked
atau
up in
apa,
Hogsmeade.
gak ada mantra
Visited the
bikin
magic
telinga lu gak budek gitu.
Wonderful! A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see
Maka
how to balance my
mandrake
staff
cikal bakal dari obat gosip dan
Dittany's
bandrek.
restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion,
turunan dan
as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class.
nunggu
Well done!
Nunggu 9 menit.
Once it can be harvested, your dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that.
Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Oke. Nunggu 8 menit. Rasa kayak main game di HP ya.
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day.
Oh, ini Leander.
Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Up these stairs will take us there. But your lead.
Okay.
Nice work in Defense Against the Dark Arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian! And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh. Well,
thank you.
I nearly put Sebastian in his place myself. I mean, I would have, if Hecate hadn't stopped me.
Didn't she?
Here we are. Home of the Chinese chomping cab. Go on. Grab a few of those cabbages. Just mind your fingers. I almost lost a thumb once. Don't worry. Nurse lady put it back on.
Memang kita disuruh ngambil dari
now,
sini
see
ya.
that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it. Leviosa the rest. Accio. Incendio.
Ini. Oke. Terus segmen tool. Ya. A dummy with chopping.
Look at that. They'll chomp on anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters.
Boleh-boleh nih.
Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that just have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but, well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
Just because those cabbages will chomp on a dummy doesn't mean they do the same on, say, a goblin.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents would plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class. Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
And to the Professor Garlic, okay.
Revelio.
Ini. Oh, dan dengar suara-suara. Oh, ini dia. Dan potato apple. Siapa yang nanam, siapa yang metik.
And with that helpful reminder as to why we should always wear our dragon hide gloves, I shall end our lesson here. Terribly sorry, Mr. Clopton.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Oh, yeah.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounty subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
Hope those mandrakes are really relishing their new pot. Only cost me my damned hearing.
To make anything grow, we must first...
Nih, Venomous, Tentacula, Mandrik. Ini bisa ini ya. 5 potion, focus potion, thunder brew, ABC potion.
That goes for plants as well as friendships. Kind of...
Oke, kita kelas.
How can one not?
Potion.
There's something in there. I just know.
Shouldn't there be auras or someone from the ministry guarding the school after the incident in Hogsmeade?
Professor Black would never allow us.
Oh, ini tempatnya si Snape ya, Profesor Snape. Beda ya, Profesor Snape.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As 5th years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wiggenweld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wiggenweld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wiggenweld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin.
Ini misi mini game juga jatuhnya, apa gimana?
Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous.
Dua tetes ya. 4, 3, 5 tetes. Meledak ya. Aduk. Jadi dari tanaman-tanaman yang kita kumpulin tadi buat jadi poison ya. Bandar pesat
I see most
strawberry.
of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippins, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time around.
My parents consider Professor Sharp must have learned a lot during his time as an Auror. I wish he talked about it more.
I was impressed that you were able to answer Professor Sharp's question about the Wiggenweld potion.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot coming from a fellow Ravenclaw. And I've never seen anyone brew such a flawless Wiggenweld potion on their first try. Well done.
I'm glad I was able to get it right the first time.
You must simply have a knack for potion making. Some students seem so confounded by potion recipes, it's as if they're written in gobbledygook. A fascinating language, by the way. Neither here nor there, really, but I am a self-taught speaker. Merlin's beard. Good conversation is the enemy of free time. I must return my book, Gateway to the Far Stars, before my next class. Speaking of stars, we'll be in astronomy together. You'll love it. Professor Shaw is firm, but quite clever. See you soon, no doubt.
Okay.
Revelio.
Should you chop the dittany or crush it? The wrong answer could result in the unfortunate loss of your eyebrows.
Ada bunyi tapi
Revelio.
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
He did say that. He wants me to get more ingredients to brew another potion.
Brilliant! You, my friend, have been presented with an extraordinary opportunity. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be everywhere. Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
I don't know, Gareth. I don't want to get on Sharp's bad side.
You won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Sharp won't even miss it.
Very well. I'll bring you a Fwooper feather.
Brilliant! Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
Your potion should not be...
Lupa.
Revelio.
Memorandum, author office, brilliant books, and book has increased. Engage hours. The night is space of the
Revelio.
Bang Strada harus ngecek ya.
Stations organized and free of clutter.
Kasih.
Here's the Fwooper feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you. This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Edurus potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
Edurus. Ya, terus mana meja kita? Ini kan? Oh, ini nih.
Proficiency in potions are two things that cannot be rushed. Have patience and be thorough.
Ini tinggal main cup-cup aja ternyata. Gak ada apa namanya? Gak ada olahan kita kayak ini. Mungkin kalau di game PS1 itu kita ada apa? Kayak PTE. Yeah,
and now we add the mallow sweet, and that's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to. Ah!
Get it! Again.
Dragon's done. What happened?
Buat kepanasan si kawan.
Well done, Gareth.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor. Again. Mr. Weasley did not do this on his own. His accomplice will answer to me as well.
Untuk minimap. Kita kembali nunggu
Wiggenweld potions.
I brewed an Adura's potion as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
I'm sorry, Professor. I was merely trying to help a friend.
Taking responsibility for one's actions does go a long way with me. I shall assume that you've learnt a lesson. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all. I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
Udah. Anjay. Oh.
That was an interesting class.
Thanks to you. Wasn't precisely what I had in mind, but it was still brilliant. I appreciate your help. I hope Sharp wasn't too disagreeable when you handed in your potion. Heard him talking about taking responsibility.
Professor Sharp was annoyed, but we sorted it out. No harm.
Cheers to that. He probably had a good chuckle after we left. Sharp may seem gruff, but I bet a few galleons he blew up a potion or two in his day. Best be off. Next time we talk, I promise, fewer explosions.
Fewer explosions. Berarti misinya apa nih? Hati-hati. Dulu nih. Oh, kalau mau diajarin kita sebar ini kan. Enggak lah, kita lanjut ini dulu deh.
How nice to see you, my young. This cannot possibly be.
Revelio.
Lower Hawksfield.
Just when I think I've learned how to get around here.
Ini rumahnya Hagrid ya.
Revelio.
Jadi keren gini. Oke.
Accio.
Revelio.
Jauh juga nih. Bisa diambil kah? Ini belum ada sapu terbang sih soalnya.
Revelio. Accio. Incendio. Revelio.
Kambing bakar. Apa masukkan nih? One max Surmais
Revelio.
Ya, ada goa di bawah. Yalah, ini dulu. Nanti kita explore ya.
This looks intriguing.
It is good to see you, my friend.
Hello, Natty. How are you? I hope you've recovered from our rather eventful trip to Hogsmeade.
I am well, but I have been worried about you, my friend. With Ranrock and Rookwood and Harlow after you?
I'm all right at the moment.
We did not speak about it at the time, but I am hoping now you might tell me why they were looking for you.
Okay.
They want something that Professor Fig and I found at Gringotts.
When were you at Gringotts?
Just before we came to Hogwarts. In fact, it's why I was late to the sorting
Ini
ceremony.
kita karena
A
kemarin
portkey brought us
janji
there after the dragon attacked our carriage.
What on earth?
There's one more thing. It's a bit odd, if I'm honest. Professor Fig says I have a rare connection to a powerful form of ancient magic.
Is that the magic you used fighting the trolls in Hogsmeade?
I think so. I'm still learning, but I can see traces of it, and I've cast magic I can't otherwise explain. I know that's a lot to absorb.
It is. And I will have more questions. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us, to all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. I realized something that day in Hogsmeade. You displayed such courage fighting that troll, and Serona wasn't intimidated one bit by Rookwood and Harlow. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matibili land. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Jadi si Onai pindah dari kampung halamannya dulu karena pengaruh si teman-temannya Sunrock kita itu tadi ya.
Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair on their own, and the fact that they're working with Ranrock, well...
All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
I beg your pardon. How dare you threaten me?
What's going on here?
Ambil submission.
Beseech you for some assistance.
Hello, can I help you?
Oh, thank goodness. Yes, my name is Grace Pinch Smedley, of the Bath Pinch Smedleys. I was hoping someone would come along soon. I was about to defy my father's wishes and would never have forgiven myself. You see, I need to retrieve something from the bottom of the lake. Might you be the one to help me?
Diving into the lake sounds like an adventure. Tell me more.
Splendid! Precisely the response I'd hoped for.
What do you need help retrieving?
Years ago, my grandfather, who fancied himself quite the astronomer, set sail from Hogsmeade Station for what was meant to be a quick stargazing cruise with my grandmother. They never returned.
I'm so sorry. What happened to them?
We can't be sure. We only know that neither they nor their boat made it back to shore. They were presumed drowned. Father was so distraught that he forbade our family from setting foot on or in the Black Lake ever again. A treasured family astrolabe vanished with them that night. If you could dive down and retrieve it, I may be able to bring my father some peace.
It sounds dangerous, especially for something of mere sentimental value.
I understand. But I'd be forever grateful. Of course, you may discover much more than the astrolabe. Anything else you found would be all yours. I've cross-referenced the vessel's last alleged location against the lake's topography, depth charts, and tide schedule. My best guess is that it's just over there, about a furlong from the dock. It would be wonderful to have my grandfather's astrolabe back.
Okay.
I do hope you find the astrolabe. It would mean so much to our family.
It sounds as if her astrolabe is just northeast of the dock.
Bisa ya?
I
Bisa
should dive
berenang
down and
ternyata ya.
see.
Revelio. Jadi bisa casting.
They must have come this way. Think! They say you're hard to hit.
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
Student, you can't be...
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
Stupefy!
Found ya! Put me right!
Accio! Incendio!
It's your life hanging in the air, not mine!
Accio! Incendio!
Mantap. Apa nih?
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
The collection section to film. Blah 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 blah.
I see you.
I'm not going anywhere with you.
Take this student off of my dead body. Is that the next of your? That's proper faithful man.
Telat.
Tell Rookwood to find me himself. Accio! Incendio!
Nice. Tadi padahal sengaja pengen lama-lamain
Just
gitu.
happened. I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
Maybe. penjelajah.
You all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why 2 Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
You mentioned someone named Priya.
Yes, my wife. She's the one who piqued my interest in Merlin. Gave me a book when we were students at Hogwarts.
My wife.
Typical hard-working Hufflepuff. Brilliant potioneer. Has her own shop in Knockturn Alley. She's a travelling vendor. Hears what's going on in the Highlands before I do.
You're a researcher?
Nora Treadwell at your service. Historian and archaeologist specialising in Merlin's work and life.
Okay.
I thought that Merlin and the tales about King Arthur's court were a myth.
Mere myth. You're lucky Sir Cadogan didn't hear you. Chatters on endlessly about his connection to Merlin from his portrait at Hogwarts. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the center. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the center of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honors? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis.
Okay.
I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
This trunk?
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the Mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the Mallowsweet on the swell, and we'll see what happens.
Okay, taruh di sini.
My word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious about these pyres.
Accio! Levioso! Incendio!
Merlin's beard!
The flames make the pyre sink.
Curious. The pyres are back where they started.
Okay. Okay.
Incendio!
1, 2. Gitu.
How beautiful!
Apa lagi nih? Puzzle kan?
What a day! I can
Apa
hardly
yang
believe
12 deh? Gas langsung. Terus kita suruh ngapain lagi nih? Nyonya Nora.
I take it we can call that a success?
Nora.
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research.
Berarti
My guess is
puzzle-nya
that
banyak
each will
kesebar
also
di mana
require
aja
mallow sweet, which you
yang
can
perlu
find in
mallow
Hogsmeade should you
sweet.
need more. I really must be off. Such a
Kita
pleasure to
tanam-tanam
meet you.
gitu. Nah itu masalahnya.
And do be careful out here. Now,
Gue lihat
I've
ada
got what
scene
I
di
needed
mana
and I
orang
shall return to
punya
the safety of my notes and
base apa ya, kayak tempat naruh stationnya gitu. Nah itu gue belum tahu di mana. Itu buat makainya. Find the missing page. Oke. Ini page. Tinggal 5 lagi. Sabar.
Greetings. I understand you're quite the enterprising young Ravenclaw.
This is Mr. Ollivander in Woodsmith. Itu di ya. Travel dulu. Tercek. Hogsmeade. Ini Ollivander nih yang ngasih tongkat, jual beli tongkat sih, stocking tongkat.
Good of you to come. My friend, Professor Fig, speaks highly of you and your resourcefulness. He was vague as to details, but mentioned your having tracked down a difficult-to-find book. I wondered if you'd be willing to do a little detective work on my behalf.
I suppose I could. But why should I spend my time on a glorified errand?
It is much more than a glorified errand, to be sure. I dare say you'll find my proposal intriguing. Please, hear me out. You see, about a century ago, an heirloom applewood wand with a fairy wing core went missing from this very shop. My great-aunt suspected a student named Richard Jackdaw. He'd been serving as an assistant here and suddenly vanished.
Richard Jackdaw?
Like the bird. In fact, he was known to frequent the Hogwarts Owlery. We searched there, of course, but found no wand. We did find a series of statues similar to Jackdaw's. I'm certain they're a clue, but I cannot figure out where they lead. Jackdaw was last heard tittering about some pages with a map he'd stolen from Peeves. As you can imagine, the poltergeist was less than helpful.
I'll have a look for you. You certainly give me plenty to go on.
Ah, you've brought hope to this old one-maker's heart. Professor Fig was right. You are a remarkable student.
The tales of Beetle the Bard still ring true today.
Hogwarts. Tadi Hogwarts mana? Ini belum kebuka ya? Ya aja lah. Nanti dibuka. Kita lanjut. Mana sih? Investigate the O'Leary. Oke, O'Leary.
Revelio.
Kunci di bentar. Duh.